Hey, what's up, Alchemist? How's it going, man? Let me let me know if you can hear me. TikTok, what's going on? If you really want to see what we're doing, YouTube is the place for that. Um, so go check it out there. It should be linked in our bio, I believe. But we're gonna TikTok is so crazy. There's so much junk on the live thing. Like points required, make money, add a live goal. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I don't go I don't go live ever. So this is the first time ever. So all right, let me figure this out. Here I am on the stream. I don't know how much delay there is. So for anybody who is joining either of the lives, I am 3D Design Bros, 3DDB. I run a print farm here in Wisconsin. I've been selling online since 2020, and I sell my printed models to people as well as selling my digital files to my Patreon supporters. Some of my models that can be found on my Patreon are here. Obviously, we focus on gaming supplies for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, all that stuff, different stands, wall mounts, desk mounts, under desk mounts, and all those things. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, you can either just comment and ask questions. I'll be happy to answer, or follow our links wherever they are. I think I got links on YouTube. I think I got links in my TikTok bio. So that's the place. But today, what we're doing is Etsy shop reviews. One of the perks that I try to give my Patreon supporters, for those that ask for it, is I will review their shop, whether it's an Etsy shop, a Shopify shop, or whatever it may be. Definitely Etsy is where I have the most experience. Here is my Etsy page. Like I said, I've been selling since 2020. I have over 6,500 sales, 4.8, I think, review rating. And yeah, been selling for a while. I've had good success. I think I rank in the top 1.3% of sellers. So Alchemist Prince has asked that we do a shop review of his to kind of see why he's not getting sales and what we can do to get sales. So that's the main focus of the stream here tonight. I don't go live very often. So if you are here because you're interested in that, awesome. If you got your own questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will answer them either throughout the stream or after we do the shop review. We can pivot to something that Zoltan, what's going on, man? If you want to see my screen, jump over to YouTube. I don't know how to get the screen on the TikTok, so jump over to YouTube if you want to see the screen. But yeah, so that's what we're doing, shop review. So let's kind of get into it, I guess. I don't really have any any schedule or outline that I want to follow. K3DC, you live? Yeah, I'm live on YouTube if you want to watch. That's the best spot to see the screen. I don't go live often. We all know that, but here I am. I'm doing shop reviews for Alchemist Prince. So let's jump over to Alchemist Prince. What essentially I'm going to do is just kind of look at the page and give feedback of what I have seen on the page and maybe some tips on things that he can do to get more traffic and more sales on his shop. If you guys have your own tips, please drop them in the chat and I will include them in the stream here. It would be very helpful, I'm sure, to him and myself. I'm not an expert or, I don't know everything about everything, so I'm open to, different things. So Alchemist Prince Company is who we're looking at today. He obviously subscribes to my Patreon as well as a couple other people. I know I'm familiar with these models here. Another creator that is on TikTok. First tip, Alchemist, is going to be turn this off. So you don't have any sales yet, but once you do, people will be able to come here, click this 0 sales, and they're going to see what your top seller is, and then they are going to, probably copy your listing on that. So I don't know that's going to make a huge difference. Your models, are not your own. They're not your unique models, at least not all of them. I don't know about the AirTag holders here, if these are your own models, but I know obviously my models are here and another creator's models are here. So it could, play an effect for you, but probably most likely not. All right, your page is bare. We'll flip over and see the comparison between mine. I'm not trying to boast or anything, or boost my page, but just trying to do a comparison. I actually don't know that it matters all that much. I don't think many people actually navigate to your actual page. They see your listings in the main Etsy search up here. When they type in. So we'll type in your name here, controller wall mount, and we will search. This is where they're going to see your stuff, and I can see, obviously, I'm right there with you, but other people are selling similar stuff. This is you, this is you, this is you. I don't take my results here as what everyone is seeing. I've searched for this stuff already, so I know Etsy will, curate my search results based on what I've looked at, and since I've looked at your page, that's probably why you're there right next to me. If I was doing this from a fresh Etsy page with no search history, the results, may be different. I see you are advertising at least one of your stands. I think that can be beneficial, but really you have to play with that a little bit. So first thing I'm looking at is your pictures. I would say your pictures need some attention. If these weren't my models and this is what I saw, I don't know that I would know what it does, right? Like, you see mine here. It's pretty clear what it does. Yours, I don't know that I would know what it does. Daryl's pretty clear what it does. It's kind of a blurry picture, but at least you can see the controller on it. So you know what it does. This, what it does. All these are pretty clear what it does. I don't know that I would know what yours does. So that'd be my first thing, is update your pictures to be a little more clear what it does. Maybe, get a further out. Maybe mount it somewhere if you can. I know it's not always the easiest thing. I had a hard time finding a good space to, mount my stuff to take pictures as well. But I would say that would be the first thing. Etsy pictures are the first step. They're not gonna look at this and probably click, this picture. So they buy with their eyes first. So once they click the picture, sorry, I should not have clicked that one. That was your ad. I apologize. So once they click the picture, here we are, and we're looking at the single controller mount. And your second picture, your description. This is a 3D Designs Bureau print. I have tons of these pre-made and only sell what I have made already so as to cut down on wait time. These are put up to my personal standards as stuff I will use in my own life. Most stand up to that. So, I like that you say, personal standards. I think that's a good thing to have in your description. However, the only thing that tells me what this does is the actual title. And it says single controller wall mount. It doesn't tell me if it's an Xbox wall mount, if it's a PlayStation wall mount, if it's a universal wall mount. And then in your description, it doesn't tell me anything of what it does. It tells me you have them, which is great. I'm glad you have them, and I'm glad that the ship time is quick. I could get this potentially in, a few days. Hey, Dark Knight, what's up, man? Thanks for joining. If you want to see my screen, guys, on TikTok, I'm on YouTube going live right now. If you want to see the screen, head over there. So you can get this quick. That's great. That's a good thing to have if you can do it quick turnaround is definitely entices people to buy. So I like that. But I would say you need to beef up your description, and you need to beef up your title. Tell me more what it is. I'll open up my shop here. I will find that exact listing of mine. So here's my universal. So here's my listing for the exact same product. And guys, you guys can copy this. I'm not one where I hide, where my shop is. I use the same name across everything. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not, but it is what it is. It's what I do. So here it is. So my title: Universal Wall Mount Controller Holder, Xbox Series X, One controller, PS5 controller, Nintendo Switch controller. So it tells me what it is, what controllers it can hold, all in the title. And then, sorry, someone just invited me to a live. I don't know what that is, guys. I don't go live enough to know, so I'm not going to join someone else's live. If you want to do a co-live with me at any point, message me, DM. I think I have it turned on so anybody can. I'd be open to that maybe. I don't know what it is, though. So anyway, you can see my title and then, my description here. This is an older listing of mine, so my descriptions have gotten even a little bit more girthy than this, but keep your controller off the ground out of danger. This controller holder can be mounted anywhere in your grate to help keep your desk gaming space clean. The universal designs means Xbox Series X, PS5, blah, blah, blah. So I want to draw some attention to what I'm doing here because it's what you all should replicate. You'll notice a lot of this words are the same. So universal is in the title, universal is in my description. Xbox Series X is in the title, Xbox Series X is in the description. Controllers in the title, controllers in the description. Etsy likes cohesive titles, descriptions, and keywords. So whatever your keywords are, I would say figure out what your keywords are and then put those same keywords in your description and then put those same keywords in your title as well. The more places you can join those, the better off you'll be. So flip back over here. So yeah, title, I would say expand that a little bit, make it a little bit more descriptive. Your description itself, I would expand that, make it more descriptive, make sure you incorporate the title words you have in the description. One thing I'll point out, just because I'm here, this is not the proper tag for using my models. If you go into our Patreon, and I'll pull it up here so you can see. Maybe I'll put it in the chat even so you can see. But you can see here's our latest model that we just released to our Patreon. It's a vertical laptop stand. This is the tag that we want in the listing. So I'll put that in chat. So there you go. That's in the YouTube chat. So that's the tag we want in listings. So please update that. And I mean, it doesn't have to be first. Like, I love that you put it first. Thank you for the shout out. But it does not have to be first. You can bury it in the bottom. I don't care where you put it, but it just needs to be in the listing there. Anybody new on TikTok that came to join, thank you for joining. I have a stream going on YouTube where you can see my screen. So that's where you want to be. What else can we talk about here? So I would also encourage you to link to your other stuff. So if you're looking for something different, check out other gaming accessories, link back to your Etsy page. That would be, important. And then, sell it. We're made from high grade PLA. We currently offer in 15 different colors and stuff like that. I'm going to jump to a newer listing of mine where I get even better with the description. So this is the newest listing that I have. I have a what to know section. I have, thanks for supporting local. I have, links to the other thing, 24 different colors. We started to put a blurb about We started to put a blurb about it being it's 3D printed. So surprisingly enough, I have had some sales where people didn't know they were buying a 3D printed product. And that's a potentially negative review that doesn't have to be negative. So now we put that in the description that it's 3D printed. They're made to order. There may be cosmetics imperfections, but we try to manufacture and we take pride in our work. And you did that, right? These are up to my personal standards. That stuff I will use in my own life. Most stand up to that. Like you did that, so that's great. Hey, Brandon G, what's up, man? Thank you. Thank you for the good work. Thank you, man. I appreciate the chat and the support. So to recap here, we're talking pictures upgrade, title upgrade, description upgrade, and do those for all the same listings. Let me look and see if we can't do a little keyword research for you. Do this off screen here and I will bring it in. I also want to talk about pricing. I don't care what you price your stuff at, but I want to help everybody out best I can. And I think you are maybe not pricing things as highly as you should be. If I can say that, as nice as possible. All right, that won't let me, so I will. All right. So this is eRanked. I have a paid software to this, paid service to this. And first thing I can notice here, it gets me a little, some stuff here. I can see, the stuff that is more clear on what it is has your highest views. No surprise there. So let's open this up and we will look at your keywords. All right, so use your keywords. I would say you get 13 keywords. You're only using 6 of them, so definitely add keywords in. And I would probably do long tail keywords. So do long tail keywords, and what that means, I'll put this on the page for now. So long tail keywords. Your keywords are limited to a certain character length, and you want to use multiple words in every keyword. So for an example, if you put like gift, gifts, and presents, present, gift, gifts, that can be one keyword. You can put gifts space gifts space present. That can be one keyword. And you can put Xbox and PlayStation maybe, and that can be one keyword. And then Etsy will use all those individual words in those 2 keywords to make every possible combination. So if somebody searches Xbox gift, you'll come up. If somebody searches PlayStation presents, you will potentially come up. And then some other things you can do, some other keywords you can do could be like controller stand, wall mount, display, right? Don't do controller stand and controller display. That's because you're doing controller twice and it's doubling up. You're doing controller twice and it's doubling up. You only need it once, and it'll count as controller stand and controller display. So I didn't figure that out for a long time, and when I finally did, it really opened up the potential for me to broaden my keyword search. Because I was doing multiples. I was doing controller stands. I was doing controller display. I was doing controller wall mount, thinking they all had to be the same, but you don't. You just need controller once, and then you can do stand, display, mount, right? And if the characters fit in the keyword, it'll count as a keyword. Yeah, a little keyword hack. Yep, exactly. So I would do that, and then also, not everyone has this tool. I know that, but like gaming, it's a good search comp, but it's a lot of competition. I don't know that I would pay too much attention to the Etsy competition. Obviously, if you can get a huge number here and a low number here, that's great. But ultimately, you need searches, right? So I mean, this is an Xbox, right? It's low competition, but it's only 2,000 searches in a month. Like that's not a lot when you compare it to something like decor. Maybe let's see what that comes up with. Yeah, so like home decor, 76,000 searches in a month, and Etsy competition is 18 million. So I mean, you can see the niche we're in here with gaming. Uh, Less concerning about the Etsy competition, more concerning about just driving searches to your page. So use keywords that have high search. But one word of caution is use keywords that are relevant to your item, because the other thing Etsy prioritizes is conversion rates. And if you are, trying to pull a fast one on Etsy and you put home decor because you think, it'll get in front of more people, but those people don't buy it and your conversion rate goes down because you got 10,000 people to look at it, but only 2 of them bought it, your conversion rate will be so bad that, that's going to affect your potential to, get traffic in the future because Etsy wants high conversion rates. All right, what else can we talk about here? So let's go back to your page. I won't click that. I'll click this one, and I'll click this one, and here we are. So I would say I have concerns with your pricing. That's not really affecting your sales, right? Because I feel like you're kind of cheap. You're on the lower side for these product, given that you're offering free shipping. So I think I'm probably priced pretty similar to you on this stuff, but I don't offer free shipping. So, if you're selling this for $10 and then you offer free shipping on it, and it's, I know it's probably costing you $4 to ship it. So now you're only at $6, and then Etsy's taking 15% of $10. That's another $1.50 off of it. So now you're at, $4.50 of profit. You still got to print it. You still have your box cost, so your box cost is say 50 cents. So now you're at $4. You still got to print it. That's probably less than $1 in, material. But I feel like you're getting down there to where you're kind of not making enough for it to be worth your while. And if you're I will qualify that to say, if your goal is though just to get sales, to then try to get in the Etsy algorithm and then slowly creep them up, totally do it. Like, don't listen to me. If that's the idea, go for it. Yeah, Alchemist Prince. That's what you said. I priced low to get some starting sales, and I was planning on moving. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I mean, if that's your goal, as long as you're aware, right? I just want to make sure you're aware of the strategy you're doing here. So I guess that, right? That's mainly what I'm looking at. Better to engineer, better to price higher and add a hefty discount. Yeah, I mean that's not a terrible idea. I do run a pretty consistent discount on my page. I have found that I see a very direct drop in sales when my discount expires. And sometimes I forget and like, oh, I'm like, man, I wonder why I'm down these few days. And then I realize, oh, my discount expired because they only run for 30 days. And then I make a new discount, and sure enough, my sales, go right back up. Too high setup, folks. Yeah. Honestly, Alchemist, I think, I would say if you have the time, fill all this in. Get a banner image. You can do it on Canva pretty easily. They have templates on there now. You can probably, search in, Etsy, banner, and it'll come up with a template. Drop your pictures in there, and you're good to go. Fill that in. Fill this stuff in. If you look at my page, you got to scroll past the reviews and stuff, but like I filled this all in. I did it a long time ago. So I mean, 2 years later. I'm at 3 years later now. So I mean, I don't update this all the time, but you know, I I filled it in. It's more content for Etsy to look at, to scrape your page with, and things like that. The other thing I would encourage you to do is know your niche, right? And it seems like you and I are in the same niche. So you'll see I have the same keywords throughout all of my listings, right? So in my title, 3D printed controller and headphone mounts and stands. In my categories, desktop stands, mounts, wall mounts, holders, stand holders, stands, mounts, they're all used over and over again in my actual listing. So this listing is in the desktop stand and mounts category, and in the title I have desktop stand, headset, controller mount. In the description, this stand, this controller and headset, again, this universal designs, Xbox, I'm repeating all these same keywords over and over again, so that when Etsy is scraping my page, when somebody puts in controller stand, and everything about me screams controller stand, then I get to show up on their page, their search page. People like the sale tag and higher price anchor. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have seen support for that for sure. So let's take a look at these. These I feel like I'm familiar with these stands. I feel like these are priced pretty good for how long they take to print. I don't offer free shipping unless they spend more than, I think, $25 on my site. But that's me. But yeah, again, I have a ton of these pre-made. So yeah, you're using the same description in every listing. I would probably get away from that. But yeah, I would say these, even if you got pictures just like this with this stuff, that would be helpful. So I would encourage you to take pictures, update the pictures. I would encourage you to update your titles and do your description, and try to, use those same keywords. So let's take a look at this one. This is somebody else, see what they're doing. So they have dual controller stand. This is mine. Yeah, this is mine. Dual controller stand, and in the description, I see I gotta do a little lesson on sighting. Oh, he has down here. Wow, cool, dude. Thank you, man. You put it twice. Thank you. But yeah, so I mean, he's got 108 sales, and you can just see these, these pictures aren't the best pictures I've seen. I don't want to, knock on Daryl. He's crediting me, which is great. He's only got 6 colors. Like, you don't got to go crazy. He's got 6 colors. He's got pictures that, and this is just the wall behind his screen, right? And it's just pictures that show what it does. And he's got a title that says what it does, and he backs it up with the universal double controller wall mount, says what it does. And I don't know that it's even that he is, it's not that the description and the title is making the sale. It's that he's probably just coming up more in the search results, so he has more of an opportunity to get the sale. But Daryl, we'll see here. So Daryl needs to turn this off. Daryl, if you're watching, turn this off. But you can obviously see when you click that, it says exactly what he's selling. So obviously he's selling the Ghost, these Snorlax phone holders people like, the Dragon heads he went on a little spree with. This is my Mario pipe Switch holder, so he's selling some of those. There's my controller, so pipe. So I mean, he's got a good thing, a good, healthy, diverse sale there. should I try Etsy even though I have my own website through Shopify? So my comment would be, are you getting sales through Shopify? So I had both for a while, and Etsy vastly outperformed my Shopify site, even with me trying to drive traffic to Shopify. Etsy has the built-in audience. It's their search engine, right? So people go to Etsy and they then search for what they want, and you get to come up. Shopify, they're only going to find you if you come up in the Google search, which is going to be a lot harder to do, or if you direct traffic straight to you, which, if you can do that, that's great. What products are you selling on Amazon? Everybody wants to know what products I'm selling on Amazon. I am not giving out the information of what products I'm selling on Amazon yet. I probably will eventually, but I'm still learning Amazon. I have a couple products on there. I have one that's doing well, and I have one that's doing not well. So I'm going to hold that information a little bit closer to the chest until I get a better grasp of Amazon and, the learning curve there. But I will reiterate what I said in one of my TikToks today, actually, that Amazon, I don't want to say it, the attractiveness to Amazon, the play, I guess, I think, is to send in smaller items. Your competitive advantage on Amazon is the fact that you only have to ship these items once, and it's to Amazon. So the more product you can get into one box, the cheaper your shipping will be, and the cheaper the cost per print it will be. So to give you an idea, let me pull up my sheet here. Uh-oh. Am I still on the screen? I hope so. All right, so here we are. I am on Amazon. I need to update this. Can you guys see this now? Video capture. If I turn this off. All right, here we go. I got to make this bigger. Live time edits here, guys. Live time edits. All right, good enough. So here is our Etsy page here, and I'm going to show you the real advantage to Amazon versus Etsy. So first, for anybody new, this is 3D Print and Farm Sheets. This is a spreadsheet tool that we created. You can get this purchased through our links, but essentially it is a tool to help us price our prints. So here we have a product. This is product A. This is a small print, obviously. It takes 3/4 of an hour to print, 45 minutes, 20 grams of filament. So on Etsy, if we were to sell this product for, say, $6.99, we would have a total cost of goods. This would only be in box one. We have a total cost of goods of $251. Our sales price would be $6.99, and we would make $4.48 a print, or $5.98 an hour. And I will say, this is assuming that assuming that your seller or your buyer pays for the shipping. So my only shipping cost is my packaging cost here. So I make no money on shipping and I lose no money on shipping. So if I sell this on Etsy for $6.99, I'm making $4.48 an item, or $5.98 an hour. This same item on Amazon, if I do FBA and I send, say, 50 into Amazon, it's going to be my material and everything per whatever it is, right? So what I usually do here, again, and this is, I will say this, this is a beta version of the newest version of 3D Print Farm Sheets, so it's a work in progress. So I might have to manually do things. Oh, I have it here. Yeah. So I have no packaging cost here because I'm doing FBA. If I turn this off, then it would switch, and I would have this, and I would get rid of the FBA shipping. But since I'm doing FBA, it takes away this, and then Amazon is going to give me the price it costs to ship this when I go to send it in. So I just actually sent 50 in, and it cost me $4 on shipping to send it in. So the total cost of shipping is $4. So the spreadsheet is automatically doing the math to, calculate that down to, a per unit cost. So my total cost on Amazon is $580, right? My total cost on Etsy is $251. Much higher on Amazon, okay? Amazon charges much higher fees. It's a higher referral fee. It's a much higher FBA fee. There's a storage fee, all that stuff. But my total cost is $580. However, since I can sell this on Amazon with free shipping, I can sell this for $11.99. On Etsy, I'm selling it for $6.99, but I charge people $5 for shipping on this. So I am selling this for $11.99 essentially. This is what it's costing them on Etsy. So I'm selling it for the same price on Amazon, since it's free shipping on Amazon, for $11.99. And you can see, though, I actually make $6.19 per item, or $8.25 an hour. So I make almost $2 more an item, and I make almost $3 more per hour by selling on Amazon. So I would say that's the power of Amazon, is the fact that you can send in multiple items and you can reduce your packaging costs to be pennies, and then it gives you that higher profit margin and delta to, sell on. I see so many returns on Amazon products. How does that affect you? I just don't understand that part. So I've had a decent amount of returns. And guys, like I said, I'm still figuring out Amazon, so I don't know exactly how it has affected me yet. But Amazon since I do Prime, Amazon takes the return back, and then they, I believe, inspect it, and if it's not damaged, they resell it. So it goes back into inventory and they resell it. If it's damaged or they can't resell it, then they let me know, and I either pay to have them ship it back to me, or they will dispose of it, essentially destroy it. So my stuff is not worth, the stuff I'm selling on Amazon is not worth enough to have them ship it back to me. So I've had them destroy it, and I've sent and sold probably 100 items only on Amazon, and I've only had to destroy 2 items. Otherwise, everything has sold, and if it got returned, it has been resold. So creamy peanut butter said creamy. All right. So yeah, that's my experience with a refund. Yep, or refunds on Amazon. All right, Alchemist. Anything I didn't address that you had a specific question on? We're here for you. You are a supporter of mine through Patreon, which I greatly support, or I greatly appreciate. If you're watching this video after the stream and it's just a video on my page, check the description for all the links to my stuff. If you're interested to hear more about my Patreon or my Etsy or my TikToks or 3D print farm sheets, all that stuff will be there. But Alchemist is a supporter of mine. He supports us through Patreon, which we greatly appreciate. And he wanted to do a Etsy shop review of his tonight, which is what I'm doing. So Alchemist, if you're still here, did I answer your questions? Do you got enough feedback to, get to work? Or do you got anything else? No, you covered everything I needed. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad. I hope that was helpful for you. If anybody else is in chat that has questions, I will answer them here for the next couple of minutes. It can be answered, question about anything, 3D print farm sheets, Etsy, what we're doing, all that stuff. Let me know. TikTok too. If you're on TikTok and you got a question, I will focus my attention on TikTok. as well and answer any questions you got there. What do you think of my new website? This is my new like landing page. So this is gonna be a big help. Check back in 3 months and see what can improve after some changes. Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm glad I could help. This is my new landing page. It's gonna be so now my TikTok description takes you to this instead of my Beacon. So you can get to all of our stuff through our own website instead of having to go through Beacon now. Don't forget about our socials down here. I'll show this, guys. So if you guys are Patreon supporters of me and you don't know about this yet, make sure you check out our Amazon page. I have shopping lists here that list stuff I use. So it's all, some of it is my media gear, some of it is my print farm gear, and then also Patreon supplies. So if a model has an item in it that you need to source, it'll be here as well. So, and these are all the things that I have sourced for myself. Some of these are like, they're not probably gonna be. Look at what my wife has got in her shopping cart, guys. Anybody else like just hit deletes on this stuff sometimes? I do. But a lot of these are like just trial items. Like I needed felt for a new item. It's actually this product here. This is our new vertical desktop stand. So it has a felt inlay. So I just bought a pack of felt just to try. But yeah, so if you're looking for the extras that go with our Patreon models, they'll all be in one of those lists on our Amazon. So check that out if you haven't. Will I be getting Creality's bamboo clone? You know, I don't know. I guess I would love feedback from you guys. Maybe I should put a poll out there on our Patreon, and maybe I should talk about it more on TikTok. But like, is that the kind of content you guys want from me? Do you want to see me get, printers and review them under the or through the lens of like, is this a good printer for a print farm? Can it keep up with production? Stuff like that. I beat my printers pretty good. They run pretty nonstop. So I feel like I'm good at putting them through the paces, but what I'm not great at is like documenting all of that. Like you see in good YouTube printer reviews, people really do a good job documenting, and I tend to get busy printing and I forget to document. But I'm definitely willing to do that and focus on that if we think that, people want that. Kind of burnt out on printer review content since the bamboo has wrecked the competition. RJ, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But I would say, though, that to Score's point, there are a lot of printers coming out, it seems, that are trying to compete with bamboo. And I think people will be interested to know, like, is this a good alternative, right? Like, we all know bamboo beats Creality bed slingers, and we all know bamboo beats Prusa bed slingers when it comes to production capabilities. Like, that has been proven, but now as Creality comes out with the K1 or whatever they're calling it, and then there's another company with a Q something, Q1 or Q13 or something like that, they're coming out with one. I think people could have a question of like, hey, this is $400 cheaper. Is it a good alternative to the bamboo? Because I mean, like the Creality, right? Creality Core XY. Yeah, the K1. So I mean, it's $600, but it's fully enclosed. So like, it's I would say it's better than the P1P from the sense that it's enclosed. So it's more competing with the carbon, but for a little, almost half the price, a little bit more than half the price. So I mean, that's very a question of that's if it can compete, that's a good alternative, right? And they even got their cloud printing stuff now, right? I mean, that looks like a sleek, universal design. So I think there'll be potential that people would want to see that. But you know, I don't need more printers right now, but I'm not against getting more if it's what people want to see. Let's see your thoughts on it. I only got P1Ps and have been holding off on the X1C until I can get reviews on the Creality Mac. Yeah, I mean, that's a valid point. I would say, that's a valid reason to hold off. Like they even got a mobile app. Like if this can produce as good as prints in the same amount of time, it's a good option. You had problem getting service for your Creality Sonic Pad. I doubt I'll purchase them then again. Yeah, I mean, you're not alone in that thing. Just ordered 2 more, make it 4 of the fleet. Also ordered some Solvo SV06 to try. The SV06, that's a bed slinger, right? Yeah, I just don't see myself buying a bed slinger again. Like it's a good price, don't get me wrong. It's a good price, but like the speed of the bamboos has really spoiled me, and it's like I don't do any prototyping on my Prusa minis anymore. I do all my prototyping on bamboos. I try to print as much as I can on bamboos, so it's just like it's really hard. Like I got the X1 carbon last year. I got the bamboo a couple months ago this year, and I kind of thought that I would be content with my 4 Prusa minis, and the more the more I am printing with the P1P and the X1 carbon, the more I'm feeling like I'm going to get rid of the Prusa minis too. Like they're just too limiting, right? Their bed size is small. From a footprint standpoint, that's nice, but their bed size is small. Price wise, they're the same price as this. It's $500 for a Prusa Mini, so you're paying almost the same price as an enclosed Core XY machine. It's really hard to justify the minis at this point. But I think the problem is I don't know what the resale market is for the Prusa minis at this point either. You know, I don't know who's buying secondhand small bed slingers. But I'll see. I mean, I would like to try this stuff out. I forget what the other one was. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when I say the Q? Some Q something. Core XY Q1? Q110? Is that it? No. I don't remember. Does anybody know what I'm thinking of? Somebody posted on my TikTok a while ago asking if I was going to get it. And I didn't have an answer for them because I didn't know. But there it is. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean that's sick looking, to be honest. And I mean, again, they have like that is production looking machines for relatively decent pricing, man. Like I might have to get one of these. So this one is sold out. The Max, the Tech X Smart 3. Yeah, they remind me of Flash Forge too. What's the build volume on this? print size 180 by 180 by 170. That's smaller. How does that compare to the? I always gotta go back and compare it to printers I've used because I'm not good at remembering the volume size. View the deal. Yeah, so 180 by 180. So that's a mini. So you can get a Core XY. Hey man, thanks. Great output you're giving out. Really help. Thank you. Hey, thanks man. You post great content with the Packers. Sorry man, I live where I am, but maybe you guys. I don't know who you're a fan of, but Rodgers is gone. Got Jordan Love now. We'll see. No AMS yet. That is what is keeping the Bamboo unique for now. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that, but yeah. So this is a Core XY Mini for cheaper than a Mini. Like, it's hard to justify any bed slinger right now. Well, 49ers. Well, I mean, you already got our number. We haven't. You ended our playoff careers a few times recently. But yeah, that's a good point. The AMS is huge. Before the Bamboo came out, I was heavily looking at dual head printers to do like color inlays. But now it's like you can do it so easily with the AMS. Why do I need a dual head printer anymore? But what is this? So this is one that sold out. Ships in June. 280, 280, 270. What is that? There's too much text on this stuff. Like, why do I need to know all this? Like, I want to know how big the capacity is. Like, why isn't that right here? I'm assuming it's the same as Bamboo. That's my guess. Bamboo's making us lazy? Yeah. The AMS doesn't do all material. That's one big downside. Yeah, I mean, I'll be the first to say I don't print in a vast, a vast material landscape. I do PLA. I've done a little bit of PETG, and that's about it. So that's really not an issue for me because I look at everything through the lens of making money with my printers and the print farm. So I am printing PLA because it's easy and it's cheapest, and that's why I can have higher profit margins on it. And it seems to be holding up well. I don't get any sort of reviews or feedback of it breaking. Wouldn't multicolor prints sell better and for more? Yeah, probably. You run into some limitations with um, variations. So on Etsy, let me go to something here. So like here, right? This item, you only get 2 variations. So you can select your primary color, which is the base, and then you can select your felt inlay color. If this piece was 2 colors, right, and you wanted to be able to pick 2 colors, then you couldn't pick the felt inlay color. So it's like you're limited a little bit. You can't, go crazy with it, at least not on Etsy. Maybe on your personal website you could, but anyway. Yeah, so I mean, to that point, I have been actively exploring the idea of more premium feeling products, right? So like this product here with the felt inlay, this is, something that I feel like will provide a higher price, higher demand. I've been trying to get, drawing attention to things, right? Like this is all new. I never did this in any sort of other pictures. I spent a lot more time editing photos, showing off the highlights of it, compatibility, highlighting what is being shown, gray PLA with orange felt, light blue PLA, the compatibility-ness of it, building in the width and dimensions, calling out some of the features. So really upping my picture descriptions. And, I could have easily sold this with no felt inlay, right? But I don't think I could justify getting $25 for this stand without it, right? I feel like it does take it to that next level, and it makes it feel like a little bit more of a premium product than if it didn't have it. So that's the route I'm going with it. But have you thought about adding customized text to those stands? Yeah, some of them you can personalize. So I do have a few products listed that you can personalize. And to be honest, no one does it really ever. Maybe I don't advertise it well enough, like in the pictures. Maybe I should put like, something in here that says personalized text, or whatever it may be. And maybe I'll do that down the road. But you agree they look great? Are they weighted? They're not weighted. So yeah, they're not weighted. I did think about that. I made them big enough though. So this is a MacBook Pro. So this is a pretty big laptop, and you can see it's pretty long. So these are, what did I say? These are almost 8 inches, almost 8 inches long. So they're pretty stable on their own. I guess I'll wait for feedback, right? And if I get feedback that says, oh, they topple easily or they, move easily, I don't think they will though, because the bottom of them are also, I have non-slip pads in the bottom, so when it's down on a hard surface, it doesn't move at all. So it kind of gives the sense of being weighted, without having to, pour sand or something into a mid-print to make them weighted. But we'll see. I try to listen to feedback I get, from people and make adjustments where I can to provide the best product I can. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out and the questions. If you like the lives and you want me to do more of them, let me know. Like the stream here. If you're not following me on YouTube, please subscribe and turn the bell on. I'm told it helps from other YouTube videos I watch. But if you like lives on either TikTok or YouTube, let me know, either just in my daily TikTok videos, like, hey, do some lives again, it was great. Or in the YouTube, write some comments on my videos or whatnot. I'm trying to do more content across more platforms, so please follow me wherever you want to follow me. It's very much appreciated. And thank you for hanging out and watching the stream. I hope you got some value out of it. That, of course, is my goal here. I don't spend my Friday nights doing this just to hear myself talk. I hope you guys got value of it. And, because I'm trying to give back, because you guys obviously give to me with buying 3D print farm sheets, subscribing to my Patreon, watching my TikTok videos. All that is value you're giving me, so I hope to give some back. RJ, thank you, man. Appreciate it. TikTok, it's been real. See you later.